That's the testing. We good on that? It's coming through. Testing. Most High in Christ. All right, let's clap it up, Salakia. Let's clap it up. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatado, my brothers. Yahweh Shemal Athabah Shem Yahweh Shado, my sisters. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Start out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. All right, we out here in Durham, North Carolina. Precinct Officer 500 Thabawan holding it down with my brother, Officer 500 Mahayar. You know what I'm saying? We're going to pick up right where we left off last week. This is the Sabbath service. You know what I'm saying? This is a tradition that is a mainstay in our culture, right? A mainstay in our Israelite culture, right? And this is what it means when it says, when the scriptures talk about, you know what I'm saying, honoring the Sabbath. This is what we're doing right now. You know what I'm saying? The Sabbath is for man, not man for the Sabbath. However, we want to gather together, you know what I'm saying, conduct a Sabbath service so we can give the proper honor and glory to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And with that, we're going to get right into it. You know what I'm saying? My brother, I'm going to call up my brother real quick. We're going to get it popping. All right, Shalakia. Mahayar, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah. All right. Yanazar, if you could, please present yourself, brother. Yanazar, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah. All right. Yeah. Need to blow the horn again. No sweat. Oh yeah, you can. Slakia. All right.
So Amadium, which means to stand. Wapan Yakodam, which means rise and face the east. Start out with the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latananawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatinawa, Wala'a, Tabia Ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Habashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwat, Waha'ala, Wataparat, La Balunium, Aman.
In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahweh.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Baba Kasha. Latananawa. Hakak. Hakak. Lar Pa'a. Ka Makala. Wakal Manawa. Hakak. Latahar. Hamatazarayum. Hakak. Lahakwim. Hamatyum. Hakak. Arakarawath. Hatama'ala. Lagarashan. Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah. Tawara Aman.
in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Pray for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Allah Hayam. Matazabiyah. Allah Wapyahana. Ha Allah Wapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kotazayanyam. Ha Koya Yoyam. Wa Agwatian. Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shah. Tawara Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah. Ayanya. Al-Haharium. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah. Izoria. Ma'aim. Yahweh. Aisha. Shemayam. Wa'arataza. Ayathan. Lamawat. Wagalka. Ayanawam. Shamaraka. Hana. La'a. Yanawam. Wala'a. Yayashan. Sharamor. Yasha'ala. Yahweh. Shamaraka. Yahweh. Tazalka. Aliyad. Yamyaka. Yawamam. Hashamash. La'a. Yakaka. Wayarak. Balayala. Yahweh. Yashamaraka. Makarai. Yashamar. Athnapashka. Yahweh. Yashamar. Tazaaka. Wabawaaka. Maita. Wa'ayrawalam.
I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al Damayalaka. Al Takarash. Wa Al Tashakwat. Al Kayahana. Iwabyaka. Yahama. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al Aimaka. Yarayamwa. Sawada. Wayata. Ya'aitazawa. Al Tazapawanyaka. Amarawa. Lakawa. Wanakakidam. Magalia. Wala'a. Yasakar. Shamyashala. Awada. Kaya. Nawa'aitazawa. Laba. Yakadwa. Awyaka. Baryath. Yakarathwa. Aholia. Alawam. Wayashamai. Alayam. Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palashath, Am Yashabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Amam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labayan Lawat, Salah, Ashalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, Laadama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yabmawa, Ka'arab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Manai, Kaunasai Kamwa, Ashar, Amorwa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Af, Na'awath, Alahayim, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raraka, Kaash, Tabayaira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradatma, Basairaka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Malaa, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shemka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Baholwa, Adyaid, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Dawa, Kaya, Ata, Shemka, Yahawa, Labarka, Alyawan, Al Kalharataza.
Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarim, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Abba and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid. With thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Sar. Ishab, be seated. Ishab up here as well. All right. You're going to pick it up. The book of Exodus, chapter 34 and verse 13. All right. We're going to pick it up. Last week we ended at 12. We're going to pick it up at verse 13. All right. So the brother's going to read it in the Hebrew first, and then, of course, he's going to translate it into the English afterwards. Okay. Of course, if you want to follow along, you just go on blueletterbible.org. Blueletterbible.org. Don't use the app. It's terrible. Don't use it. Make sure you go to blueletterbible.org. Go to the verse, and you'll see a little tab that says Tools. You just click on that, and the Hebrew will pop up. Okay? And you can do that for each verse and just follow along as the brother reads.
The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 13 in the Hebrew. Kaya ath mazabakathum. Fafa tazawun wa'ath matazabathum. Fasha bafasha rah basha bara one wa'ath kanan one kan ashara yun ashara wa salaki ashara wa thakara thakarathun the one karath one salakia. Verse 14. Kaya la'a ashafakwan la ashatakwan ashatakwa la'al akar kaya Yahweh kwana'a shemawa al kwana'a. Verse 15. Hawa'a. Verse 15. Pan. Thakarath. Barayath. Laya washab. Ha'arataza. Wazabaya bawa salakia. Wazana wa. Akarya. Alahaya Wazabakwa. Aliyahayam. La Aliyahayam. Alahayaham. Tubara. Wakwara'a. Laka. Wa'akolaf. Mazabakwa. Verse 16. Later, wala kaf. Mabanathia one. Mabanathia wa. Labanayaka. Labanyaka. Wazanawa. Kanathia wa. Banathia wa. Akaria. Alahaya. Hun. Wahazanya wa. Ath. Bunyaka. Akaraya. Akaria. Alahaya Hun. Verse 17. Alahaya Masaka la'a fa Aisha laka. Verse 18. Af Kag Hamatazawa Hamatazawaf, the Shamar, Waba'aith, Yamayam, the Akol, Matazawaf, Ashar, Tazawa Yathka, Lama Wa'aith, Lama Wa'aid, Kadash, Ha'abayab, wait a minute, Ha'abayab, Kaya, Bakadash, Ha'abayab, Yataza'af, Mama Tazarium, Mama Tazarium. Verse 19. Okay. Cal, Patar, Rakam, Lawa, Laya, Salakia, Wakal, Makwanakwa, Makwanaka, verse 19, second line, second word. Makanak or Makanakwa, ka. Right. Makwanakwa, ka. Makwanaka. Has a car. The Zakar. Patar. Shawara. Shawar. Shawar. Washa. That's it. Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 13 in the English. But ye shall destroy their altars, break their images, and cut down their groves. For thou shalt worship no other God, for the Lord, whose name is jealous, is a jealous God. Verse 15. Lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice. Verse 16. And thou take of their daughters unto thy son, and their daughters go a whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a whoring after their gods.
This, oh, Salakia. This right, what is this talking about right here? What's this talking about right here, Yanazar?
It's talking about interracial marriage and interracial activities and following up after the gods of the other nations.
Right. You understand? Get that brother a hand. That's exactly what it's talking about, man. Like from beginning to end in this Bible, you'll find out that the Lord wanted us to be a complete and total separate people from everybody, man. You know what I'm saying? This place we call America that we live in, it is a disgusting, foul, and wicked kingdom, man. And you wonder why interracial marriages don't work. You understand? You wonder why, you know what I'm saying, us as blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in the conditions that we're in. Because the Lord gave us the blueprint from the get-go, and we chose to go astray from it. Right. And now we are going a whoring after their gods and following their customs and their beliefs. And now it's so damn bad, we don't even know who the hell we are. Right. Because we want to be intertwined and join with everybody, man. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is why the IHBK is so damn important. Because it's going to bring us back to the truth, man, to our culture. You know what I mean? And separate us from this wicked place. You know what I mean?
So I guess the phone is acting up a little bit. Okay, verse 17. Thou shalt make thee no molten gods. Verse 18. The feast of unleavened bread shalt thou keep. 7 days thou shalt eat unleavened bread, as I command thee, in the time of the month of Abib. For in the month of Abib thou camest out from Egypt. Verse 19. Verse 19. All that openeth the matrix is mine. So I got it. And every firstling among thy cattle, whether ox or sheep, that is male.
The brother said that verse is one of his favorite verses. Why don't you tell him what is, first of all, let's see if anybody else knows. What does it mean when it says the matrix? When it says, read it again, you know.
Verse 19. All that openeth the matrix is mine.
All that openeth the matrix is mine. It sounds like a sci-fi movie, right? That's what we all know it from. But what is the matrix really in this verse? Anybody?
And the matrix is sex. Or the womb.
That's what it is. That's what it is. It says, all that openeth the matrix is mine, and every firstling among thy cattle. It means he's saying every creature that's born. He's explaining to them, not to make a molten calf or a molten animal and say this represents God. He's saying, how are you going to have something that represent me when I own all of this? I made the cattle. I made all of it. So how are you going to have something and make that your God? You know what I'm saying? He's saying it's all mine. That's why he said all that openeth the matrix. You know why? Because everything that's born came out of some woman's womb in some capacity. Everything that's born emerged from the matrix. Like General Muhammad says, the matrix is the box. All right? That's what it is. So that's what he's saying right here. All right? So when you see that word matrix in here, a lot of times it's talking about just something that is emerging from the womb. All right? Keep going, brother.
And that's it on verse 19.
Salakia. And just up here, Imadium. All right. Kapar, if you could please present yourself, brother. Kaparya, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. Yahweh Shemel Shabakata. All right. Salakia. We're gonna okay, Yashab, be seated. Can I do your thing, brother?
The book of Exodus, chapter 34 and verse 20. Wagatar, Kamawar, Thagada, Basha, Wa'am, La'a, Tapada, Wa'ira Patwa, Cow, Bakawar, Banyaka, Tapada, Wala'a, Yara'awa, Panya, Wayakwam. Verse 21. Shashath, Yamayam, Tha'aibar, Wabayai. Oh, the end of there? Tha'ibad. Okay, Wabayawam, Hashabaya Aya, Tashabath, Baka, or is it Bakaryash? Wabakwata Zayar, Tashabath. Verse 22. Wakag, Was it what? Was it Wakag? Okay. Sha Shaba'ith. Ta'isha. Laka. Ba Baba Warrior. Okay. Baka Warrior. Kwatazayar. Katayam. Wakag. Ma Yam. Ma. It's like, what's that last one? Is that a sa or ma? Asa. Asa. Yak. Sayap. Okay, Cam. No, you good. Ta wa path. Ta wa path. Hashana. Verse 23. Shalash. Or shalasha. I mayam. Yum. Okay, come. Bashana. Yara'a. Cow. Zaka. Zakawa rock. Zakawarka. Oh, war, okay. Zakawarka. Gotcha. Panya. Ha'adan. Yahweh. Alahaya. Yasha Allah. Verse 24. Kaya. Awa Rayash. Gawayam. Mapanyaka. Waha Rakabtaya. Is that right? Waha Rakabtaya. Okay. Waha Wakab. Say it one more time. Mm-hmm. Rakabathia. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. That's what I was thinking. No, you're 12. Ga Gabalak. Okay, okay. Wait. Okay, got you. All right. Wala. Yakamar. Ayash. Ath. Aratazaka. Ba'ai Lathka. Ba'alathka. Lara Awath. Ath. Panya. Yahweh. Alahaya. Alahayaka. Shalasha. Pa'ai Mayam. Bashana. Verse 25. La'a. Tasha Tashakatam. Ow. Kamataza. The Sa. Zabahaya. Wala'a. Yala Yan. Labaquar. Zabak. Cog. Hapasak. Verse 26. Okay, can I use what? Ra'ashayath. Baka warrior. Ada. Mathka or Mathak or Mataka. I think it's Mataka. Not 26. Is it Mataka or Mathak? Mataka? Oh yeah, kind of. Adamathka. Okay, got you. Tabaya'a. Bayath. Yahweh. Alahayaka. La'a. Tabashala. Or Tabashal. Gedaya. Bakalab. Amarwa. Verse 27. Wayamar. Yahweh. Al. Masha. Katab. Laka. Ath. 27. Yeah, you're right. 26. Yeah, Salakia.
But the firstlings of an ass thou shalt redeem with a lamb. And if thou redeem him not, then shalt thou break his neck. All the firstborn of thy sons thou shalt redeem, and none shall appear before me empty. Verse 21. 6 days thou shalt work, but on the seventh day thou shalt rest. In earning time and in harvest thou shalt rest. Verse 22. And thou shalt observe the feast of weeks, of the first fruits of wheat harvest, and the feast of ingathering at the year's end. Verse 23. Thrice in the year shall all your men children appear before the Lord God, the God of Israel. Verse 24. For I will cast out the nations before thee, and enlarge thy borders. Neither shall any man desire thy land, when thou shalt go up to appear before the Lord thy God thrice in the year. Verse 24, the book of Exodus, chapter 20. Okay. The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 23. Thrice in the year shall all your men children appear before the Lord God, the God of Israel. Verse 24, for I will cast out the nations before thee, and enlarge thy borders. Neither shall any man desire thy land, when thou shalt go up to appear before the Lord thy God thrice in the year. Verse 25, thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with the leaven, neither shall the sacrifice of the feast of the Passover be left unto the morning. Verse 26, the first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring unto the house of the Lord thy God. Thou shalt not seethe a kid in his mother's milk.
You stand. Y'all so have you completely present yourself again, brother? Yanazar, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. How about Shemel Shabakata? Rich joints is looking suave, brother. Sharp. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the wrist joint with the hoodie. Oh yeah, looking suave, man. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, Yanazar. So you gonna pick up at verse 27. Yeah.
The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 27 in the Hebrew. Alahaya, Masaka, La'ah, Fa'asha, Laka. Verse 18. Af, Kag, Hamataza, Waf, Vashamar, Shaba'aith, Yamayam, Fa'akol, Matazawath, Ashar, Tazawayafaka, Lamawa Aid, Lamawa Aid, Kadash, Abayab, Kaya, Bakadash, Ha'abayab, Yataza'ah, Mamatazarium, Salakia. Verse 19. Verse 20. Salakia. Oh, I don't know. Wow, how did I get all the way back there? Salakia, Adawan. So I'm going to do 28. 27. Okay, Salakia. Wayamar, Yahweh, Al-Mashah, Kathab, Laka, Ath, Hadabarium. Hadabarium, right? The bars are, okay. Ahaliha Allah Kaya Al Paya Hadabarium Ha Allah Karathia Athaka Barayath Wa'ath Yasha Allah. Verse 28. Wa Yahaya Shum Aim Yahweh Ara Ba'ayim Yawum Wa Rabia Ayam Wa Raba'ayim Layala Lakam La'a Akol Wamayam La'a Shatha Wayakathab Al Halakath Ath Debaria Habarath Habarayath Harbayath Isharath Hadabarium. Verse 30. Wayara'a Ath Arharon Wakol Banya Yasha Allah Ath Masha Wahana. I'm in 20. Oh, that's 30. Salakia. Verse 29. Salakia. Yahaya Baradath Masha Ahar Mahar Salakia. Mahar Sayanaya Washanya Lakath Haidath Bayad Masha Baradathwa Mun Hahar Hahar Wamasha Wamasha and Moses Wamasha La'a Yadai Kaya Karan Korun Iwar Panyawa Barabarwa Athawa. Now we do verse 30. Verse 30, Salakia. Wayara'a Aharon Wakol Banya Yasha Allah Ath Masha Wahana Kwarun Iwar Panyawa Wayaya Ra'awa Magashath Aliyawa. Verse 31. Wayakwara'a Alaham Masha Wayashabwa. So is that correct? Wayashabwa. Aliyawa Aharon Wakol Hanasha'ayim Ba'ida Wayadabar Masha Alaham. Verse 32. Waya Akaria Khan, Nagashawa, Kal, Banya, Yasha'Allah, Wayatazawum, Ath, Kal, Ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Athwa, Bahar, Sayanaya. Verse 33. Wayakal, Masha, Adabar, Madabar, Salakia, Madabar, Athum, Wayathun, Al, Panyawa, Masawa. Most High in Christ. Well, we start from 27, 28, 27, Most High in Christ. The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 28 in the English. And he was there with the Lord 40 days and 40 nights. He did neither eat bread nor drink water, and he wrote upon the tables the words of the covenant, the 10 commandments. Verse 29, and it came to pass, when Moses came down from Mount Sinai with 2 tables of testimony in Moses' hand, when he came down from the mount, that Moses wist not that the skin of his face shone while he talked with him. Could we get a breakdown on that, Adwan? Like he had a glow light? Okay, Khan Adwan Khan. Verse 30. And when Aaron and all the children of Israel saw Moses, behold, the skin of his face shone, and they were afraid to come nigh him. Verse 31. And Moses called unto them, and Aaron and all the rulers of the congregation returned unto him, and Moses talked with them. Verse 32. And afterward, all the children of Israel came nigh, and he gave them in commandment all that the Lord had spoken with him in Mount Sinai.
What's up, GP? It tells you in the verse before. They was afraid because when Moses came, he had this glow. Like they had, you got to remember they was afraid to go up the mountain in the first place? Yeah. Because the glory of the Most High was so, it was thunder and lightning and like, just imagine the most, you know what I'm saying, outrageous thing. Like right now, them fires going on in California. Imagine something like that times like 1,000. Like just some crazy thing in front of you that's like, I cannot believe what I'm looking at. The world's ending. I can't handle this. And so Moses was able to go up on the mountain. Now, of course, we know that no man has seen the Most High. But he was close enough to the Most High's glory that when he came back down, he was, you know what I'm saying, shining. He looked different. You know what I'm saying? He had a whole different look about him to where they looked. It was like, oh, hell no. No, we ain't, no. We ain't dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? So, and there's many examples of this happening where we kept being afraid of what, you know what I'm saying, what happened when we would become close to the Most High or we were before his glory or something. So that's what happened. Moses was up there. He came back looking all kinds of crazy, shiny. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't just Vaseline or something. He was looking like, you know what I mean, like something out of a movie. And they was like, no, we can't deal with this. You know what I mean? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 34. Until Moses had done speaking with them, he put a veil on his face. 33. Until Moses had done speaking with them, he put a veil on his face.
So even when he had to go speak with Aaron and Aaron's sons, he had to put a veil on his face, you know what I'm saying? So that way he wasn't, you know what I mean? They didn't have to deal with that bright, you know what I mean, thing going on. It just tamed it a little bit. So, you know what I mean? That's what it was. But that's the end on that one, right? Okay, with that, Imadium. Kapar, if you could please present yourself. You might be spared today. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see, man. Kaparya, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. Yahaba Shemel Shabbat. Yeshab, be seated. All right, we're going to pick it up. Verse 34. I'm going to go ahead and run it. You know what I'm saying? All right, the book of Exodus, chapter 34, and verse 34. Wa baba'a, masha, lapunya, Yahweh la debar, atawa, yasayar, ath, hamasawa, aid, tazaathwa, wa yataza'a, wa debar, al, banya, yasha'ala, ath, ashar, yatazawa. Verse 35. Wara awa, banya, yasha'ala, ath, panya, Masha, Kaya, Korun, I war, Panya Masha, Wa Hashayab, Masha, Ath, Hamasawa, Al, Panyua, Aid, Ba'awa, La Debar, Atawa. Go to the next chapter now, the book of Exodus, chapter 35, and verse 1. Waya Kohol, Masha, Ath, Cal, Idath, Banya, Yasha Allah, Waya Amar, Allahum, Allah, Hadabaryum, Ashar, Tazawa, Yahweh. Let me see this word is correct. La Aishata, Atham, verse 2. Salakia. Shashath, Yamayam, Daisha, Malaka, Wabayawam, Shabya'aya, Yahaya, Lakam, Kodash, Shabbath, Shabbathwan, La Yahweh, Kal, Ha'aisha, Bawa, Malaka, Yawamath. Verse 3. Oh, Salaki. Count, that was correct. La'a, Taba, Irawa, Sha'a, Salaki, Ash, Bakal, Mashabath Yakum, Bayawam, Hashabath. Verse 4. Waya Amar, Masha, Al, Kal Idath, Banya Yasha Allah, La Amar, Za, Hadabar, Ashar Tazawa, Yahweh, La Amar. Verse 5. Kwakwa, Ma'athakam, Darawama, La Yahweh, Kal, Nadayab, Labawa, Labwa, Ya Baya'a, Ath, Darawamath, Yahweh, Zahab, Wakasap, Wana Kashath. And that's the end of verse 5.
The book of Exodus, chapter 34, verse 34. But when Moses went in before the Lord to speak with him, he took the veil off until he came out. And he came out and spake unto the children of Israel that which he was commanded. Verse 35. And the children of Israel saw the face of Moses, that the skin of Moses' face shone, and Moses put the veil upon his face again until he went in to speak with him. The book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 1. And Moses gathered all the congregation of the children of Israel together, and said unto them, These are the words which the Lord hath commanded, that ye should do them. Verse 2. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day. Verse 4. And Moses spake unto all the congregation of the children of Israel.
What's up, Yonazar? Mm-hmm. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day. That one? Read verse 2 again.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 2. 6 days shall work be done, but on the seventh day there shall be to you an holy day, a Sabbath of rest to the Lord. Whosoever doeth work therein shall be put to death. Verse 3. Ye shall kindle no fire throughout your habitations upon the Sabbath day.
Well, we know what it doesn't mean, right? We know that it does not mean that you actually cannot start a fire, right? So in terms of why it uses the phrase kindle no fire, we got to get, you know what I'm saying, again, Cap got to break down exactly why he used that phrase. But we know that it's not saying you can't make fire. You know what I'm saying? It's in relation to work. It has to be. Why? Because verse 2 told us that it has to do with work. So when it says kindle no fire, it's something related to, you know, your slavery or something like that. You know what I mean? So, because this is the verse that a lot of fake Israelites like to use to say that you can only eat turkey sandwiches on the Sabbath day, which we know is false nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So in terms of the phrasing, we'll get Cap to break it down, but it's work, because we just read in verse 2 that you can't work on the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? But continue, brother.
The book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 4. And Moses spake unto all the congregation of the children of Israel, saying, This is the thing which the Lord commanded, saying, Take ye from among you an offering unto the Lord. Whosoever is of a willing heart, let him bring it, an offering of the Lord, gold and silver and brass. Verse 6. Oh, okay. So
Just up here, Imadium. Trooper Kadam, if you could please present yourself, brother. Kwadam, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. Yahweh Shemi Al Shabrakatah. Hold on, Slocky. You right. I know you about to read the Hebrew. All right, Yashab, be seated.
Verse 6, sir. What is it, 5? So like, come on. The book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 6 in the Hebrew. Wataka lot. Ra gama ka wa salaki. Wa ara gamak gamak. Wat wala I sha shanya. Wa shasha. Wa I zaya salaki. I zayam. Verse 7. Wa I rat. I lum. Ma I dama salaki. Ma I damayam. I salaki. Wa I rat. Taka shayam. Wa I tazaya. Salakia. The kasham. Wa I tazayam. Tazaya salakia. I gotta see this.
Shatayim. Verse 8. Washaman. Lama'awar. Wabashamayim. Wabashamayim. Salaki. Wabashamyim. Kanawakan. Lashaman. Hamashacha. Walaka. Salaki. Walakwa. Ra. Salaki. Salakia. Walakwa. Tarat. Verse 9. Wa Abba. Sasha, this Salakia. Getting ahead of myself. Ha sa ma yum. Verse 9. Wa abanya. Shaham. Wa abanya. Mala yum. La apa wad. Wala ka shan. Verse 10. Wakal. Ha come. Lab. Or is it Laab? Kakum. Salaki. Kakum. And this is the second one, is it Laab or Lab? Okay. Bakum. Yaba'awa. Waya I shower. Waya Aishawa. At. Call. Ashar. Tazawa. Tazawa? Is it Tazawa? Huh? Tazawa. Kamakan. Yahweh. Verse 11. At. Hamasha. Ka. Hamashakan. At. Ahalawa. Aholwa. Salakia. Wa'at. Maka sa hawa. At. Kwara sa yawa. At. Kwawasha yawa. Kawashawa. At. Barayakawa. At. Imad Yawa. Wa'at. Adanya Wa. At. Ran. Haran. At. Hakaparat. Wa'at. Osalakia. Wa'at. Parakat. Hamasa. Na. Or Hamasaran. Hamasak. I always get that one mixed up with the ka and the na. Salakia. What is it? Come on, sir.
What was that? A week and a half, 2 weeks ago? And told me I want to read the Hebrew. He said, I'm gonna get it. He said, I've been studying it all day. I'm gonna get it. And I'm telling you, the brother been, you know what I'm saying, on it. You know what I mean? And that's all it takes. All it takes is just, you know what I'm saying, just sticking with it and continue to read it. You know what I'm saying? Look at it, even if you can only look at it for a couple minutes a day. You know what I'm saying? And look at the I got my slide right here. You know what I'm saying? Just look at the letters and sound it out. You know what I mean? That's all you do. And you just go to Blue Letter, look at a couple of words, and I'm telling you, before you know it, it'll just be like water. You know what I'm saying? So good job, brother. Keep going to read the English.
Verse 5, Salakia. The book of Exodus, chapter 35, verse 5. Salakia. Verse 6. And blue, and purple, and scarlet, and fine linen, and goat's hair. Verse 7. And ram skin dyed red, and badger skin, and shittim wood. Verse 8. And oil for the light, and spices for an anointing oil, for the sweet incense. Verse 9. And onyx stones, and stones to be set for the ephod, and for the breastplate. Verse 10. And every wise hearted among you shall come, and make all that and make all that the Most High hath commanded. Verse 11. The tabernacle, his tent, and his covering, his teachers, and his boards, his bars, his pillars, and his sockets. Verse 12. The ark of the staves thereof with the mercy seat, and the veil of the covering.
With that, we're gonna we're gonna close out the Sabbath service. Right now. This brother was the last reader, so we're gonna go into the wine, and we're gonna salute the Torah and everything, and we're gonna get into the prayers. All right. So Salaki, 1 second. Okay. So just up here for now, Imadium. All right, men of Israel, gird thyselves and prepare to salute the Torah. Yahweh Shem al Shabarakiyah.
Yahweh Shem al Shabarakiyah.
Switch with Sadat real quick. If you could, Baba Kushan.
Yahweh Shem Al-Shah,
Born again, Mahayar. All right. Imadium, which means to stand. Wapan Yakwadum, which means turn and face the east.
Close out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latananawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknawa, Kabawatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabawatyanawa, Wala'a, Tabi'ainawa, Banasaya 1, Abal, Habashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwath, Waha'ala, Wataparat, Lavalunium, Aman.
In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Baba Kashab, Latananawa, Hakak, Hakak, La Pra'a, Ka Makala, Ka Marawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamatium, Hakak, Arakarawath, Hatama Allah, Lagarshan, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Dawara Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it.
Pray for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shah, Wa Mayaka Allah, Salake, Wa Alahayim, Matazabi'ah, Alawapyahana, Ha Alawapium, Ha Saranyum, Ha Kwatazayanyum, Ha Koyayoyum, Wa Wathian, Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahushua, Dawada Aman.
In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushua, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yahana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah, Ayanya, Al-Haharyam, Mayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'aratazab, Ayathan, Lamawat, Wagalka, Ayanawam, Shemarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashan, Sharamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawama, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamaraka, Makarai, Yashamar, Atmapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaaka, Wabawaaka, Mayata, Wa'ayla Walam.
Unto the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damiyalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Iwabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Yarayamwa, Sabada, Salake, Wayata, Yaitazawa, Al Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magalia, Wala'a, Yazakar, Shamya Shala, Awada, Kaya, Nawaitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Awyaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Arawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Wamawan, Wamalak, Palashath, Amyashabia, Tazawur, Gam Ashawur, Nalawat, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Shalaham, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Panakal, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Kaarab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Manai, Kaunasai Kamwa, Ashur, Amarawa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Naawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rabaka, Kaash, Tabayaira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradatma, Basairaka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Malaa, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalwa, Salaka, Aid, Waya, Kaparawa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Dayawa, Kaya, Ata, Shimka, Yahawa, Labarka, Al Yawan, Al Kalha Rataza.
In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb. Yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sir, which means to turn.